All praises to the Most High. This is Elliot. Today I want to hit you up with a quick little message. I think it's a powerful illustration that helps us all to remember to stay in our lane. And what better way to illustrate this is by driving. When I say stay in your lane, I mean whatever the Most High has called you to do, no matter what happens, make sure that you stay focused and continue to run your race. Because there is a prize for your personal race, for everything that the Most High has ordained you to do. That is what you're supposed to do. And many times this can come with opposition and pressure. This can come with fatigue and just maybe wanting to flat out give up or never ever get started. But I encourage you today to stay in your lane, and that being whatever the Most High created you to do, and do not falter. And if if you see yourself getting weary, if you see yourself starting to get to the point where you're not any longer able to go, pray for the Most High for strength. The word says that the joy of the Lord is your strength. So sometimes to recharge, and one of the things I've learned to do is just to be able to laugh things off. Don't take things so seriously. Build your strength up in the Most High, because that's where your strength is going to come from. Now, I want to talk about something. It's a little story I have here. Not too long ago, I was driving down the street, staying in my lane, right? And I noticed that ahead of me was a few cars that were going pretty slow. And then there was a big truck, and I couldn't really see because I was coming up on it, exactly what the truck was. I thought it was some construction or something. There was a reason why the truck was going slow. And so by the time I had gotten up on the truck, I realized that the truck was painting fresh lines on the street. So as I'm starting to come, I kept my space because I could see from the top there was a sign that says stay back so many feet, caution wet paint. And so I did that. I even stayed back. I wasn't even directly behind the truck, but I stayed back a few car lengths, maybe several car lengths, from the car that were in front of me. Well, I noticed when I looked up in my rear view mirror that there was a car that was approaching pretty fast and aggressively. So aggressively that I thought it was going to run into me. Well, they were probably, who knows what they were on. Honestly, it seemed like they were on demon time. They got close, and then they start swerving left and right and getting real close to the point where they were trying to get me to speed up and go faster than I needed to go. And I don't know what they expected. Did they expect me to just drive through the cars? Well, apparently they were frustrated. What was I doing? Ladies and gentlemen, I was staying in my lane. But when I was looking in the rearview mirror at this car that was obviously frustrated, the driver of the car, who I say probably was on some sort of demon time, they were swerving back and forth and back and forth and back and forth to the point where they just wanted to get around. There was nowhere to pass. There wasn't even a place where you could pass. There was no passing. So what they proceeded to do was ride the yellow line. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the yellow line that was freshly painted. Apparently, they were so distracted and so focused in on being a distraction by swerving and making all this commotion in their driving style behind me, that they weren't paying attention, that they had literally had their front left and their rear left or driver side car, wheels on this freshly painted paint. And I'm looking in the rearview mirror the whole time and watching for blocks that they weren't even in their lane. They had their whole wheels on this paint. So I'm thinking to myself, I wonder If this paint, it looks like it was freshly applied, I could definitely tell it was freshly applied because I see the truck was right there. Like, I wonder if they have some technology where this paint dries really fast, or if this guy's going to be in some major trouble. And I had a feeling that this guy was going to be in some major trouble. Although I couldn't see, like, when they would sway off the yellow line, if they would make a tire print of fresh yellow paint that came off their tires. I couldn't see it because literally they stayed on the line the whole time. Well, then finally the time came. The time came for me to make a left-hand turn. And when I made a left-hand turn, the car behind me kept going straight. So like I was saying, I'm turning left and the car continued to go straight. And so when I look in my rear view mirror, I could see the side of the vehicle at this point. And y'all, this car didn't just have a few splatters of paint around the wheel wells. The paint was literally all over the doors, the driver's side door, the passenger side door, around the trunk area. Like, the whole side of the car was yellow. Like, basically the car was painted yellow on that side. I thought to myself, the Most High is showing me this for a reason. And yes, he was showing me this for a reason. What I really learned was that no matter what kind of pressure that's behind you, you must realize the importance of staying in your lane. Because if you start to allow the pressure, the trials of life, anything that goes on, the fatigue, like I said earlier, wanting to quit or just never ever wanting to start, then you will not finish the race that the Most High has for you. And that is your specific calling, what he has for you to do. So I encourage you today to stay the course, stay focused. No matter who's pushing you, no matter who's pressuring you, stay in your lane and finish the race for the Most High. All praises. This is Elliot. Until the next time we speak, shalom.